Yo, what's up, guys? What you here? In today's video, 15 minutes of old Sneako nostalgia by Switch. Honestly, I know Sneako, but I have never been like a big fan. I mean, I don't mind the guy, I don't hate him, I mean, I just don't really have a opinion. I mean, I guess he's fine, but I don't really know him. I know that he exists. I know he has been online for a very, very long time. But yeah, I don't know. Apparently, these are some of his old videos. Well, I definitely wasn't watching back then, but his face, is pretty recognizable, right?
Holy shit, everyone, it's me, I'm here. What do people think of you?
Ooh,
This is what we
music.
live for. It isn't how can I make myself better, it's if I go hiking this weekend, how many Instagram likes could I get if I take a selfie next to a tree? Our image is everything, and if you pay attention, you'll see the lengths people go to maintain this. Virtually everything you do is in anticipation of how someone else is gonna react. You know that guy who says he doesn't give a
True.
fuck about what people think, or,
Thanks.
don't get offended if you don't like my beliefs, shit like that? That guy does care. They all care. He just wants people to think that he has a personality too. So don't be that cunt, please. Just
I think he's
be
cutting
a
his
different guy.
hair.
Don't be that guy. Let me show you an example of this. I found a tweet here and it reads, I love how strong I am now. There are two options here. Either one, it's a dude who went to the gym twice and can now bench 85 pounds, or it's a girl in her late teens who wants attention. I prefer the latter. I'll go
Wait,
with the
wait,
latter.
wait.
And yes,
I
was
see
right.
what he's doing here. He's switching the hairstyle.
Right.
That's
And
pretty
from the
cool.
selfie in her profile picture, I swear to God on my life, I guarantee you within 10 seconds, I'm not cheating, I will scroll and I will find you a selfie that either says I'm a loser, I'm a nerd, or me too. Here we go. God damn it. So let's jump into our mindset here. Nobody's actually buying that she thinks she's a nerd, and she knows that too. But in 2015, it's not cool to seem like you're trying hard. So alone in her room putting on makeup at 8 p.m.,
Wait,
she's
what year?
wondering, and she knows that too. But in 2015, it's not cool to seem like
Ooh, 2015. So he has been recording videos for at least 10 years. That's crazy. By the way, pretty good music in the background. I don't know if you guys hear it. Well, you definitely hear it, right? I mean, even if you were on a phone, right? Phone speakers. But yeah, this is pretty cool music. It reminds me of it's like synthwave, I think it's called. I really like this genre, but it's not as popular anymore. But yeah, synthwave, I think. Anyways, the views, that's pretty interesting. 2 days after 3 days after publishing, it only had 47. Okay, let's see it. 500 after 3 months, almost 4 months, and basically now it's skyrocketed. That's it's pretty weird when videos do that. Like, you know, it's been 200 days, and then YouTube decides, hey, this video is actually pretty good. Let's, like, what? How is that even possible? Do you think it, I mean, I don't think so, but one thing that comes to my mind is that if it has to do something with the political situation in the USA, because recently, new president was elected. Hmm,
you're trying
interesting.
hard. So, alone in her room putting on makeup at 8 p.m., she's wondering, how can I get attention for the next few hours? She has
Yeah.
to feel important for the rest of the night. So what she does is she scans her room, voila, she sees her glasses on her desk. That's a prop for a selfie. LOL, nerd. She won't post a picture of herself chugging Mountain Dew and sucking Dorito stains off of her fingers while, going to town watching anime from the early 2000s. Now, the glasses are enough of a prop for this picture, but that's just on the internet. Everybody says that. We spend time crafting this image of ourselves with filters, music quotes, and edgy tweets. It's pretty much like making a Sims character. How you see me on YouTube is this person that I create through hours and hours of hard work. I script literally everything I say and edit it in a program. You have no idea what I'm actually like. For all you know, I could be a YouTube drone created by Google to scare you away from the YouTube you don't have to pay for. In real life, people view me as a kind of wannabe, sometimes annoying, slightly funny fuckboy. And you know, subconsciously I spend a lot of my time perfecting that image. I don't wake up and think, how could I not be a douchebag today? I wake up and think, who can I piss off the most? Most of you have extremely fucked up thoughts that you don't say out loud because they affect your persona. I'm guessing at least more than half of you are closet racists, and even some of you kind of wanted me to go home at some point. I was born here, by the way, please don't deport me, Mr. Trump. Probably more than half of you have some more gay thoughts than you care to admit, and at least 1/3 of you have spent some time on the really sketchy parts of the internet. Fucking weirdos. The reality is most of us are gonna spend our lives wondering how everyone else is gonna see us instead of improving ourselves for ourselves. You know, it even comes down to your haircut. When I have a buzz cut, I want people to think I'm a big tough guy, you know, big tough guy. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó, rey? Hey, uma ese. When I got the quarter black, half Asian fro going on, I want you to think that maybe I go to museums or something. Maybe I'm one of those guys that reads grown-up books with titles that have sentence fragments, like Searching for Meaning. I guarantee you that's a book. I don't know though. Should I post this? Maybe people are gonna think I'm a tryhard. So you're 21 now, and you clearly haven't lived up to what you wanted to when you were 14.
You know, actually, that was pretty good video, but I don't know, like, how was the original like? Like, was it with the music? Was it with the text real? Was it that much edited? Like that much? I mean, but that was pretty good. You know, if there was a guy recording like this style of videos today, I would watch him.
That's to be expected. You still got plenty of time. Just remember that you've been saying that every day for years. Today could be your plenty of time. I should have probably done that instead of making this fucking video. You gotta remember how overall conceited you were at the time of recording this video. When you look back at this whole YouTube thing, it was self-centered and a bit embarrassing, but you always knew that. Besides YouTube, you've always been kind of pretentious, and the girls are somewhat to blame. I mean, in all honesty, you did pretty well in your teens. You should call up that one girl. She is definitely gorgeous by now. Call her. But don't let the girls get to your head like they do now. What's gonna happen is you're gonna hear small compliments that completely elevate your confidence from what it is now to McConaughey status, which is a good thing until it crosses that line from...
Well, guys, I'm actually not sure, you know, I don't know how old he is in this video, but he seems still like pretty young, like 15, no, probably like 16, but still, you know, that's pretty, you know, he isn't talking like nonsense, right?
What happen is you're gonna hear small compliments that completely elevate your confidence from what it is now to McConaughey status, which is a good thing until it crosses that line from confidence to arrogance. Did anyone tell you have really nice teeth? Fuck yeah, my teeth are on point, man. I'm fucking hot. Not only this, but don't let that one girl you meet the first day who seems cool and sexy and perfect let you lose sight of everything else. You've had a problem with always thinking that a girl you meet the first day is the next best one, and then get bored of her in less than a week. Do your best to make sure that she doesn't find out about your self-obsessed side, because that's for you alone and your comedy. Speaking of which, don't you remember that script you wrote for a comedy this summer about the kids in Harlem? It might not be finished, but it's definitely not finished. Find it and work on it. It was pretty good, and too often you start working on something, then completely forget about it and never go back to it again. Because at your age, there is no conceivable way you found anything else that...
Huh? Guys, I'm sorry about the problems. I don't really know what is happening, man.
You like more than making people laugh. Stop lying to everyone who asks.
Hopefully there shouldn't be any
So what do you want to do next?
problems.
By saying, well, I'm not sure yet. I'm still kind of like, you know, figuring things out, looking for my own path. Damn it, I bet you're one of those assholes. Stop being that guy, please. You hate them now. Don't live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And don't be that guy that flip-flops his beliefs around like a Democrat. Remember that the first person you voted for was Bernie fucking Sanders. Bernie Sanders. Remember that at 16 you despised what liberals were turning into. So if you're watching this now with large glasses without prescriptions, fedora with a skull on the side, or dyed blue hair, please burn it. Please burn it. Burn your hair. I don't care if you're gonna look like a monk. Burn it if it's any other color than the glorious black you were born with. Which reminds me to tell you that you need to make friends that aren't all black. You almost exclusively hung around black people in high school, which isn't a good thing. You need to talk to people of other races as well. That's how you learn.
Hey, that's actually a good point. You know, that's how you learn indeed. But is this targeted for the black people or what?
What's probably most important from this video is that you're thinking of having a son right now. And I don't think it's too early, but you do. Keep in mind that if you do have a kid, he's gonna be mixed race just like you because there's no one else with a Blasian ethnicity in the world. And even if you do meet a Filipino Asian, he's still gonna be mixed race.
I'm not thinking about having kids
right now. Just make sure that he knows that his ancestry came from slavery and poverty. Raise him to care about where he came from just as much as you did. But on the bright side, you're 21 now, so you can do everything legally that people do since they're 15.
It's getting a little weird, not gonna lie. I mean, until now it was alright, but why is he talking about that?
I know you're gonna want to party it up, but your family has a long history with drug problems, so be careful. You've done a good job so far of staying away from hard drugs. Keep it that way. So whatever weird fucking ADHD drugs exist in 2019 and 2020, stay the hell away from them. But what I need to tell you as an adult now is to keep the memories that you might have forgotten. Don't lose the person that you were. As a 16-year-old, you hated your sister's boyfriends just because they were your sister's boyfriends. Your brother was your best friend, your papa was your mentor, and your mama was how you stayed grounded. And don't let white people make you feel bad about saying mama and papa. As a 16-year-old, you were funny, you were kind of annoying, you were a self-proclaimed intellectual, and you were a bit of a douchebag. You're going to want to forget these details about you, but it was who you were, and it's who you are. Good luck. 80% of you over 19 years of age haven't accomplished the dreams you had as a kid.
Wow, he's young right here. That's statistically. That's statistic.
When I say kid, I mean
statistic.
That's statistic. I can't say that. I'm not white. I used to want to be a professional soccer player, but every 10-year-old wants to be a pro at whatever shitty sport their parents made them play. When I was 11, I wanted to be a doctor because that's what my
looks
Filipino
like
grandparents
13
said I wanted
in
to
this
be.
video.
One of the very few stereotypes I actually have. But now as a 15-year-old, my dream job is to be a comedian. I know it's not realistic, and I know it's probably not going to happen, but that's why I call it a dream job. But that's just what I tell people. I actually think I could become a comedian if I really tried. It has nothing to do with that follow your dreams Disney bullshit.
I mean,
I really believe that if you're
I guess
motivated
he
to do something that
became
you're
one,
good at,
right?
you can do
Comedian.
it. Being a comedian isn't just standing in front of a
I
brick
don't know
wall and telling
what
jokes.
his,
It's also what
like,
I do now. This is comedy.
Sneako, I don't really know how would he call himself, right now. I mean, he has a big audience, I guess he can count as a comedian, right?
Admittedly a strange form of it, but if you look at it, I'm entertaining thousands of people through comedy every day. I'm a comedian right now, and if it were a job, it'd be incredible. It's depressing to think how few people actually end up doing what they love doing. If you look at the most successful humans of all time, they were all ambitious and visionary. Most teenagers are like this. We have our entire futures ahead of us, and at this moment in our lives, our adult life is approaching. So far, our entire lives have been devoted to learning what it takes to become a successful adult, and as a teenager, this is finally right around the corner. We don't have anything holding us back. Kids, rent, taxes, any actual responsibilities. If we put our mind to it, we can become whatever we want in 5 years. But like I said, 80% of us won't. That's how life works. People throw the term selling out a lot, and I believe that if you accept a dead-end fucking job to pay your bills, you're selling out. It's
I'm surprised, I knew Sneako, but in these videos, I don't know if it's like handpicked, but he's 15 in this one, and he's speaking like facts, like 100% facts. I'm pretty surprised, not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know. I mean, is the guy genius or what? I mean,
later on in life, this is something you can't procrastinate. You actually have to do it. Those conversations you have when you're 40 about what could have been, should have been. You only live once, and no matter what rap lyrics will tell you, that doesn't mean getting hammered out of your mind every Friday. Do you want to finish your life with regret?
I don't even want to think about
Getting this far on
that,
YouTube was a
honestly.
dream, and I fucking did it. What have you done? This isn't a rhetorical question. What have you done with your life? For some of you, you're proud of your answer, but for most, you're ashamed. This isn't an insult in any way. For once, I'm trying not to offend anyone. Teenagers think they're invincible. People depressed in their 30s look back to their glory years in high school. That's because nothing held you back when you were 15. There's literally nothing else in life I'd hate more than having a dead-end fucking job. Seeing people on TV making something out of their lives while I'm filing reports for a corporation I despise would kill me. I had an interview at a school last week, and the interviewer told my dad that she thought I was visionary. She said I had the potential to be the next Steve Jobs. She told my dad not to tell me this, but he did it anyway. And compliments like that shouldn't get to my head, but it sure as hell did. Call me arrogant all you want. Call me a cocky prick. But I'm just confident. Did this make you offended? Good. That's the first step to doing something with your life. Yesterday I spent my last day as a sophomore, which means I'm now old enough to...
Oh, wait. Look at the outro. It's actually the popular
That's the first step
music.
to doing something with your life.
You definitely heard this one, right? I guess it goes like that. I'm not really sure, but man, I haven't heard that one in years. Honestly, years. Internet trends. Oh yeah, this was back in the days. Actually, some of you may not even know anymore, but you could on YouTube you could just put your own like clickable box. Like he could have a box right here, and if you click it, it would redirect to the YouTube video he got right here and right here. It wasn't like nowadays where it's when it's more restricted, right? Pretty cool.
Yesterday I spent my last day as a sophomore, which means I'm now old enough to make fun of freshmen publicly, but too old to hook up with freshmen without it being a discussion of creepiness. I've also not uploaded in a month for about the 6th time in the past year, so I can tell you I'm sorry, but I'm not. The reason that I didn't is because my mindset has been changing a lot over the past few weeks, and everything I considered talking about felt pretty stupid the next day. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those videos again. Strap in if you want and unsubscribe if you don't feel like thinking. I'm not as angry as I was in 2013, and I'm not as self-involved and pretentious as I was in 2014. And what better way to express that than in my YouTube channel about me? I was having a conversation with this person last week where I realized I had no interest in them at all. This person talks like running into your 2nd grade teacher at the grocery store. This person is the kind of guy you see talking, then question your life and wonder how it got to this point. I was watching his lips open and close without actually hearing whatever was coming out of it. While this person was talking about his summer plans, all I could think about was how easy it would be to sucker punch him right in the face to get him to shut the fuck up in that moment. But of course, my facial expression was blankly smiling and nodding every once in a while like an asshole. But at this point, he started doing the thing where he asks you something just so he can say what he thinks about that something.
So did you catch the new Avengers movie?
Yeah, well, I was actually thinking about maybe...
Yeah, well, I saw it, and it wasn't even close to the way it was in the first one. The first one blew my mind. I mean, it had new characters, but it didn't really just add to the way that I thought.
I had at least couple of conversations that went like this. I mean, if they do it just like maybe a few times, you can get past it. But when they do it like many times, like they ask you something just to answer it themselves, I mean, oh man.
That's when I started sympathizing with serial killers and how easy it would be to strangle his fucking neck. I finally realized that a good amount of my conversation have been exactly like this. For me, and for most of the people I talk to. I can't be the only one with borderline personality disorder when it comes to talking to boring people. When I talk about my last vacation and that funny time that happened at the restaurant and it was crazy, the other guy's probably visualizing smacking me in the face until I can no longer breathe. In today's world, no one gives a shit what you have to say. We're all just waiting for you to stop talking so we can say what we want to say. I now know that by shutting the fuck up once in a while, it makes people make an effort to actually listen and learn about you. Think about it. Everyone that you and I can't stand to be around are the ones that talk about their life story in every meeting. You know, the ones that laugh about their stories from yesterday when they saw that guy and it was crazy. So I want you to try this. Tomorrow, go about your day and refrain from speaking until spoken to. Shut your mouth once in a while and listen, but try to do this without looking like an emo 14-year-old. This whole self-reflection process for me is about how people perceive me. I do consider myself an intelligent person for a teenager who gets straight C's, but I discovered that this doesn't reflect in pretty much all of my conversations. Have you really noticed that you haven't got to know someone until you have a one-on-one conversation? People are completely different when you talk in groups. You're unable to understand why a person acts a certain way until you get to know them. You don't really know most of the people you see every day, and this is because of the constant bullshit shielding it that we can't stop talking about. Do you really care what Matthew is doing this June? Really? Do you honestly want to discuss the fact that it might rain this afternoon? One time in Manhattan, I threw a french fry and hit Don Cheadle in the face in a McDonald's. I don't know, you didn't know that. Maybe you've been feeling some homosexual tendencies recently and you're wondering what you prefer. I don't know. Let's find out. The impression you give off to someone is solely based on the way you speak. And it's how most of you are insecure young men with bad haircuts who are going to get their first jobs pretty soon take this into consideration. Who knows, the next person you might speak to could be a serial killer.
Second job.
I fucked up and I know it.
Pretty much.
What's funny about this channel is most of the people still watching now were also watching.
He's getting older and older.
Back when I was 14. You're still here. And if you're...
Is this really like old Sneako? I mean, this isn't like that. I mean, this is pretty recent, right?
Remember, back in the day, my channel was on track to be pretty damn successful. I was getting tons of views, people loved my videos, it was gonna be easy. But I stopped. I quit out of nowhere and only made like 6 videos in 3 years. And for the longest time, I didn't know why. I saw some of those kids who were subscribed to me, like LT Corbis and Mr. Beast, blow up, getting millions of subscribers while my channel stayed the same. I don't know why I did it.
Mr.
I mean, for a long time, I said I was busy, but that's bullshit. I was a kid playing video games, not a married man with kids. I was like,
Whoa.
maybe I'm depressed or something, but and it sounds like bullshit. So instead, I just started chasing girls and getting high because that was more fun and a lot easier. I think that's got to be like the 3 plights of men. It's money, pussy, and drugs. But I never made any money, so it's just the first 2. Those 3 things are just distractions from doing what you should be doing. It's instant gratification. When I was an angry kid making internet rants and yelling about my political views, girls didn't give a shit. But once I realized all you have to do is shower and not talk weird, I can get laid. Awesome. But in the famous words of one of the greatest of all time, Lil Wayne, as soon as I come...
Well, I'm cooked then.
Yeah, I might have gotten laid a couple times, but who cares? Nothing ever came from it. I never had a meaningful relationship. Then I also found out to get the same awesome feeling you get when a video goes viral, you can just go to a party and get high. So I kept doing that, but after a while you realize you just wake up with a headache and less money in your wallet. I quit making videos and I blamed it on everyone and everything except for myself. Damn, school's just too hard. No, it wasn't. I finessed pretty much my entire way through elementary school. I think I'm depressed.
Finessed?
I'm just, figuring myself out and
explain?
Stuff. No, I'm not. I'm blaming my laziness
Could
on a
you
disease. There's a lot of kids like me too. There's kids that were told that they were smart and that they're talented from a very young age, and that they're gifted. And
man, I love the music in the background.
When they did something good, they were told, wow.
I mean, maybe the music is a little too, how do you say it? A little too high volume, but I love it.
You're so smart. When we should have been told, wow, look how much work you put in. There's a generation of kids who think they're the shit and wait for something to happen to them.
True.
It doesn't fall into your lap.
True,
you gotta take it.
Good
what pissed me off after working with Mr. Beast is I always thought I was better at making videos, yet
man,
he's the one.
I don't really know if Sneako ever had that, IQ test, one of them, but honestly, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he has that knowledge. I mean, I don't know if he's like smart, but he got a lot of like life knowledge. I'm actually surprised. I mean, I don't know how old he is in this video, maybe like 20. I'm 23 and it still seems like he's teaching me something. It's crazy.
On track to be a top 10 YouTuber of all time. I got all jealous when he fired me and I made this hate video exposing him. And then I had to delete it when I realized that he blew up because he put in work. He actually went through the effort of doing it over and over again, and I never did. I'm turning 20 pretty soon, and I realized I spent most of my teenage years getting high, fucking bitches, and laying around when I could have been grinding my ass off doing something that I'm really good at. Mr. Beast might not get laid as much as I do, but money's gonna get you laid more than your looks, no cap. And that's what got to my head from early on. When everybody knew that my channel was gonna blow up, people like Chaos Silencer, Tryhard Ninja, Keemstar, everybody knew it. Everybody said it. I'm like, I don't need to work anymore. It's just gonna happen. For all the procrastinators out there like me who are probably watching this with their laptop on their side, chips on one, phone charging on the other, it's not gonna fall into your lap. You gotta do it. Stop blaming your shitty life on everything. It's you. It's nobody else. And you're not gonna get out of the situation until you realize that it's nobody but you. Everyone has their own demons, their own problems, their own struggles. You're not special. Get the fuck up and fix it. I wish I could tell this to myself when I was 15. What am I even doing lecturing you? I gotta do it for myself first. Matter of fact, let me go edit this video.
Oh, such a cute ending. He went and edited the video. Nice. Well, yeah, pretty motivating, I would say, inspiring maybe. Man, he sounds so smart. I don't know why. 15 minutes of old Sneako nostalgia by Switch. Apparently, Lil Wayne was mentioned and Keemstar. I don't, I probably missed it. I mean, I don't know. These seem to be a little random. Sometimes it tries to do its best, but yeah. I miss the old Sneako. Used to be so chill. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. Maybe I saw like this video back in the day. When he was like here. It looks like a closet. Maybe I watched this one, but definitely not the other ones. They don't seem familiar. No, not at all, no. None of these. Anyways, the original is in the description. Let me know what you think. I mean, honestly, sounds pretty smart. Do you think he's smart? Let me know, and thank you.